Hello, friends. It's Nina, and this is officially season 2 of Mourning People, the podcast for those of us who sometimes need to take a very long break. Today, I am talking to a friend of mine, Brandi, and the point of the conversation was to talk a little bit more about the grief that we experience when we have chronic illness. And we touched slightly on this topic, and then I kind of railroaded the conversation, and we learn a little bit more about Brandy's experience with bipolar 2 and navigating the medical system that we are stuck with. I have every intention of bringing Brandi back on the show to actually talk about the grief that comes with chronic illness. I think I was just really excited to talk to her and to learn a little bit more about her experience. So excuse us for not staying on track. I'd also like to add that this was my first real interview for the podcast. The sound quality isn't fantastic, but we're working with what we have. We were over Zoom, so there is a little bit of an interruption when I thought we were running out of time. I apologize for that. And then at the end, it kind of just cuts us off. I have invited Brandi back and hopefully she accepts the offer. So enjoy my friend Brandi.
There we go. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, you
Can you
can
hear me?
enter it in. It's been a long time since I did Zoom.
Yeah, I know. Me
Happens
too.
now.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, good.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Good.
it's nice to see your face.
Thank you.
It's been so long.
Yeah. Well, because once we moved, I don't see Maple Ridge people very much anymore at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm a cocoa person, so
Okay. Okay. Well, different. You're on this side of the Golden Years Bridge, so that's
yes.
safer.
Okay, so do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Brandi. Yeah, I'm bipolar, and today we're talking about the grief of having a chronic illness and how that affects who you are and what you do.
Yeah. It's a pretty heavy topic and
Yeah.
it's something I definitely am struggling with every single day. And it's so funny. I don't have a GP, but this walk-in clinic doctor kind of has taken me under his wing. And last week he was like, "Well, how's your mental health?" And I was like, "Considering everything, I think it's pretty good." It could be a lot worse.
I'm here and I'm
Yes,
talking to you. We're good.
exactly. So what do you what's kind of your experience with that kind of grief? Like how does it affect you?
So, for the longest time, there was a lot of anger, and I always more contributed the anger to what I couldn't do.
Mhm.
So, I couldn't work full time. I couldn't show up in my relationship like I want to. I can't go to a grocery store without preparing myself, even if I'm only in there for 5 minutes, to be like, "No one hates you. No one's mad at you. No one's gonna talk to you."
Yeah, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Especially if you wear earbuds, no one talks to you.
Yeah.
Um, but eventually it became more sadness and loss because I realized it was more about who I couldn't be.
Yeah.
I'm a very driven person, and when I'm in hypomania, because it's bipolar 2, I have to pull back.
Mhm.
When I'm in depression, the driven doesn't even show up very much.
Yeah.
So it became not just what I can't do, it's who I can't be.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. How do you like for me, because I'm also like a very driven person and I kind of bounce from opportunity to opportunity, maybe a little bit of that is the ADHD as well. But I kind of tell myself things and like kind of reiterate things to myself. Like, what do you do to kind of like help yourself through that thinking?
Well, I do both healthy and unhealthy things. I tend to be someone who is very obsessive, especially when I'm anxious. It doesn't matter what state I'm in. I'm quite obsessive and always hypervigilant,
Hmm.
scanning for danger.
Yeah.
So being able to step back and go, okay, I'm scanning for danger. That's what I'm doing right now. And it doesn't always help the scanning, but what it does do is it gives me some space between what's happening in reality and what I'm scanning for. So I think anything I can say to myself that separates the two, that gives me a choice in how I react, I think that's the best I can do. And when I'm really unwell, it's writing it out.
Yeah. 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 I talk a lot like the last season of this podcast, I talked a lot about like having to do the work, like actually having to look at kind of who you are and what you're doing, and you base it off of the facts, right? And it's kind of like CBT sort of thinking,
Yeah.
like what are the facts? What is actually happening? And with me, because I have physical disabilities more so than, you know, mental health issues, it's I find it's really hard sometimes because like the facts are I lie in fucking bed all day, right?
Yeah.
So I find it sometimes it's really difficult to even balance the facts out, But I talk a lot about like repetition and doing the actual work and having to kind of accept like this is your new reality and you can either nosedive into the depression of it or learn about it and learn a way you can move yourself through it. And I really admire you because you do move through it. Do you know what I mean? And you are cognizant of it. And we've talked a lot in the past about who you actually are. And I can't remember what was that thing you told me that your therapist said to you, and I was like, I don't want to you anymore. Do you remember that?
My
It was some
memory's
sort of
awful.
it was like an epiphany, like, you don't have to be the sick person or something like that, and you said this to me, and I was like, "That is fucking rude." Like,
Take
you
that
don't
back.
Yeah, yeah, like, you don't have to accept that that is who you are. Do you know what I mean? It's a part of your story now, but you can still move through it. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes that's really hard for me because I can't move, right?
Like physically, yeah.
So I just really sometimes I go on these tangents and I forget what the actual point of what I was gonna say is. I need like a notebook or something to stay on topic. Again, the ADHD brain just kind of runs away with it sometimes. But I just I like how you you always seem to bring up the how in these things, like how you move through it, how you get through it. And I just really like that about you, that you don't let it fully stop you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that that's really admirable, and it goes to show like the strength that people with chronic illness have, because that's often I find forgotten because you do just lay in bed some days and you feel useless, but I think that that's something that people who are more able-bodied don't see, is that when we do go towards something and move towards something, it's even harder sometimes because we don't have the capacity and we have to fight to do it?
Yeah. I've actually had to learn how to balance the pushing myself because I tended to do it to a point way beyond my capacity. I'd be like, "No, I can push like, I can make my brain respond in a way that there's no way it can respond because of all the chemicals that are going through it, and I'm just gonna will myself through it."
Mhm.
And I've really in the last number of years, especially after the brewery closed, I really had to reexamine, "Okay, I'm not happy. I
Yeah.
may be doing things, but I'm not happy. I'm exhausted. I'm just trying to get through the day." So I'm I'm learning more of a balance through it. I'm learning more, okay, I have the skills because I did CBT. I did DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, which is good for people with mood disorders. I did all the counseling, like I did all the things. And it's like, okay, I know I can do the things, but now I get to choose what things I'm doing. And
Absolutely.
and the next step. And then another thing that you said about strength. So I have a contentious relationship with resilience because so say able-bodied or people who are more able to work through life in a more, calm and abled way.
Mhm.
Um, they use the word resilience like it's a badge of honor. And although it can be, it's like, bitch, I don't want to be this resilient. I don't wanna be this strong. I don't
Yeah,
wanna have to show up and do all this work. If I could be like you, even if I'd have less self-awareness, because this forces you to have self-awareness, even if I had less connection in my relationship, even if, all of these things, I would 100% choose the way you can move through life.
absolutely. Yeah.
So the resilience thing, it's like, "Oh, but you're so strong." And it's like, I know you're trying to compliment me,
Mhm.
but really, you're just reinforcing the idea that this is almost a choice.
Yeah, yeah, it's like inspirational porn or whatever, right? Where it's like I shouldn't have to push through it. I'm
Yeah,
forced to,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
Inspirational porn. Wow, that's great.
yeah.
I've never heard that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's what Instagram is.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, and that's the thing is, like, when I was saying resilience or you're so strong, like, I just I like because I see and I read your blogs, or I used to, right? And I see how you cope with it, right? And I'm the same way as I have oh, my dog's fucking great. Thank you, Sage. I have the same kind of thing, like, I push and I push and I push, and then I crash for, like, 3 weeks, and I can't even walk, but I still have a job to do. I work very part-time right now, and it's like I keep forgetting that I can't do the things I used to, and I can't do the things that are, like, typical norm, right? And then I fuck myself over, and I have to start from square one again, right? So, I don't know, I think it's, like it's it's a really hard thing to balance resilience and living as if you are an able-bodied person, right? And it's just I just think it's ironic because it's like, even if you do the simplest of tasks, that is resilient to a person who is not in a typically functioning body, right? So it's like the little waking up every morning is resilience to someone who's chronically ill, you know? So it's funny that sometimes it's like inspirational porn and like, look at all you've done and oh, all these accomplishments, even though your body doesn't work like my body works. But it's also like the little things are kind of not seen unless you're out in the open and you have an Instagram following and people are like, "Oh, good for you. You're not letting your disability stop you." There's that side of it, and then there's the side where it's like, I am just a regular person and walking down the stairs hurts me,
Yeah.
and nobody congratulates that, right? Like, it's
No
it's
one's at the
just
bottom of the stairs.
it's such just the spectrum of it is mind-blowing sometimes, and then it kind of makes you feel like shit sometimes too, because it's like, well, I'm not out there saving the world, you know? I'm not doing people don't give me accolades. Why can't I be like that, you know? And I find that sometimes it's everybody's experience is so different and everybody's disability is so different, and I just feel like sometimes it puts these expectations on people who are really sick to do better and be better, and that's not the reality of it, you know?
Yeah, I find most humans, and particularly, like, I tend to focus now on more relationship dynamics,
Mhm.
rather than mental health, because 'cause I'm kinda mental health out,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
in writing and videos and stuff like that, and I just wanna focus on something else, but similar to relationships, people have a hard time holding 2 truths at the same time.
Mhm, mhm,
So, in a relationship, so for example, my partner, he just got a gig with his country band, like, he's a bassist, and he'll be playing more often.
mhm.
And for someone who really relies on him for safety and grounding, being able to say to him and him being able to hear it without getting defensive, me saying, "I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you. I'm terrified."
Yeah.
So, that's now my brain stopped knowing where I was going with this. What was I s what was the question? What were we talking
I
about?
don't think I really had a question. I think I sparked something in
I
you.
know, and my brain stopped.
We both need to start taking notes.
Yes. It was something
Relationship
about
dynamics.
but it was really about holding 2 truths at the same
Yes.
time. That so you had talked about going down the stairs and accolades, and then you
I just won a prize for going downstairs, Brandy. Uh,
Um, okay, I'm blanking. I don't know what the point was, but it sparked the idea in my mind that 2 truths can be happening at the same time. Maybe that
you were saying that you rely on your partner for, like, comfort and grounding,
yeah, it was
and so you're excited for him, but you're also scared?
yeah, but it was more around I think it was more around, like, social media and accolades.
Mm, mm.
I don't know. It's gone
You
now.
you can you can save the world and have trouble going down the stairs at the same time?
No, but that works too. So 2 truths yeah, I don't remember if that was my point, but this can fit into it too.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You can reach your dreams, which may have to constantly be edited and
Mhm,
changed,
mhm.
while also being unwell. And
Yeah,
people can look at you for inspiration, but at the same time, also, maybe that was more my point. So people look at you and go, "Hey, you're doing really good." Like Instagram is really big for that. And it's like, well, this 2 things are happening at the same time. I am doing really good, but it's hard and not worth it sometimes.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
100% choose something different. So I know you look at the person on the other end and you're like, "Oh, live life, love, shit like that."
Mhm.
And it's like, cool, you're taking part of the lesson or you're taking part of the what you're seeing and applying it to how you see the world. But the other part is that it's horrible and it sucks. And if I didn't have to live like this, then I wouldn't be inspiring and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, 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 totally. Sometimes you say things that just, it's like I need a nap after.
You're not the only person I think that feels that way.
Like, you really, like, hit the point, you know? And I always feel like I need to, like, meditate on it for a little bit.
Meditating's awesome. For all sorts of chronic illness, meditating's awesome.
Absolutely. I really am, and I think that's one of the reasons why I was so upset with the doctor when he asked how my mental health was doing, because I have been doing so much work on it for, I don't know, 5 years now, you know, and if it weren't for being the kind of person who is okay with doing the work, my mental health would be in the shitter right now, you know? And it's kind of frustrating because every specialist I go to, and then I hear back from the doctor, they're all throwing around like physiological explanations. And it's frustrating for me because I've spent my entire life telling myself I'm not in pain. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had endometriosis at 12 years old, right? So it's like, I I know I know that sometimes the brain body connection is a little bit screwy and trauma can play into it and stuff like that. But I feel again that I'm self-aware enough to know that it's not my brain making these choices. My body is in like real pain because I do the fucking work. You
Yeah.
know, I have the apps, I have the tools, I have a million notebooks, and it's just really frustrating when you are like a complex case and nobody wants to take you on, and they're just like, "You have fibromyalgia, bye." And you're like, "But I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Please listen," you know? I just it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
I had this psychiatrist. So when I moved to Vancouver and so Coastal Health and Fraser Health have different ways of dealing with someone who needs a psychiatrist.
Mhm,
In Fraser Health, you get a psychiatrist. You're assigned a psychiatrist. I saw him once a month for 20 years. And then in Vancouver Coastal, you get your medication from your GP. If you need a medication change, you have to go to psych outreach. You
okay,
meet with one psychiatrist there. They say this is what you need to change. That goes back to your doctor. If you need to get it changed again, you have to go to psych outreach again. So anyway, it's not consistent, but I would have been with my psychiatrist for like probably 15 years at this point, and he said he basically I was so angry. I think I even wrote a blog about it. But he was basically like, "I can see you try, but you're a really complicated case." And it's like, "Bitch, like, how is this helpful to me?" Like, he was the head I believe he was the head of Ridge Meadows Psychiatry. So he sees a ton of people. So when he comes to me and he's like 60 now, 70 now, so he had been treating people for like 40 years
mhm.
and a wide range of people. And when he comes to me, it's like, you're a complicated case." It's like, what do you do with that?
You're the expert, sir,
Yes. If you don't know the answer, what?
right? Like,
Like
maybe make me a case study then.
like, it got to the point this was getting near the point where I had tried so many medications, and things would work for about a couple months, and then they wouldn't work anymore.
Mhm.
And he was getting frustrated, and I
Yeah,
could tell he was getting frustrated because I could read people really well, even if he didn't say he was frustrated. But it almost felt like but I was doing so good with it almost felt like it became about him.
yeah,
What can he solve and what can't he solve? And it got to a point where he couldn't solve me anymore. And it almost felt like, well, I don't even wanna I'm gonna shut down a little bit, like, on
yeah,
his
yeah,
side, I'm shut down because I don't this doesn't feel good.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you were sorry, my dogs are barking in.
That's
You were
okay.
like a hit to his ego almost,
Yeah, it felt like
right?
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
That's
like,
crazy.
dude, just
I'm just gonna shut the door.
yeah, sure.
Oh, she's a crazy dog. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. That's
Like,
I
it's the
can't even
littlest.
hear her.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe the mic is, like, cutting it out, hopefully. I don't have to edit it.
I don't hear it at all.
Well, it's so funny too because, like, I was sent to an ENT
Oh, your dog's
because
throat?
yeah, I have presyncope, and I was explaining how, like, when you're about to pass out, your ears kinda like, kinda surge almost, or they get tinny. And this was an internal medicine specialist I was talking to, and he's like, "Oh, it's probably an ear problem." And I was like, "Do you not know what passing out is? What?" So I go to the ENT, and he's like, "Your ears are completely fine." And I kind of explained things to him, and he was like, "Yeah, you're gonna be diagnosed with fibromyalgia soon." Like this perfect he was like, "They don't wanna have to deal with you," you know?
Yeah.
So, it's it's crazy when And this guy was very young. He was a fabulous doctor. I was like, he should be in family medicine. He was great. But as a professional, he understands like you're too much. You're too much, and they're gonna smack a general label on you and send you on your way, you know?
Yeah, I have a friend who is looking for a family doctor, and they interview you. And basically now, for a GP anyway, because they have so many patients and have to see so many people and there's only a certain allotted time, they will weed you out if you're too complicated now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's not on them. That's on the way that we've created, like, I don't know how to fix the health system, but we've
No.
created a health system where, my psych appointments were 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and then it was him going, "How are you?" Me going, "These are the things that are wrong." Him going, fixing his pant leg, like, every time, and then going, "This'll be your prescription." And it's like 5 minutes, and 2 minutes was writing the prescription. And even once, I couldn't believe this happened. I went in and I was like, eventually I started looking up meds myself because I was like, "This is feeling useless.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be a doctor." And my partner used to be like, "You're not a doctor." But anyway, I went in and I was like, "I heard about this new med. What do you think?" And he Googled it in front of me.
Oh my god.
Like, there's
See, but
all
that's if your doctor, your psychiatrist is Googling it in front of you, then yes, Brandy, you are a doctor, you know? The fuck?
like even if I'm sure it wasn't Google, it was probably like a Doctor Google kind of thing, right? Whatever. But even if he had said, "Oh, okay, let me think about that," or not shown me not so I could see him literally Googling it, that, like, takes away all your faith. You're like,
Absolutely.
"I guess I'm fucking doing this myself now."
Yeah, yeah. But that's the thing, a lot of people with complex illnesses, whether it be physical or mental health-wise, are forced to look these things up on their own.
Yeah.
And that's why we have so many people who are self-diagnosing, and I think self-diagnosis at this point is valid because we don't have enough doctors who have the time to find out what's wrong with us, you know? And it really blows my mind that it's not, because my experience is for physical symptoms, and I shouldn't be surprised that for mental health treatments, it's the same, but it is shocking to hear that.
I got to this was 2022-ish. I went to the hospital because sometimes the only way I could see my psychiatrist is if I went to emerge, and
Mhm,
if there was no appointment within the next month, even if it wasn't technically an emergency, that was the
mhm.
only way I could see him. So I went to emerge, and they have a special room for psych people.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't wanna leave you out
fancy.
there with the
Yeah,
normal people. You upset them.
yeah.
Uh, but it's a crazy experience because it's like 4 or 5 hours long because you have to see all these other doctors that don't matter.
Mhm.
You have to see a nurse, then you have to see, like, a psych nurse, and then you have to see, like, a regular MD, and it's like all these people are like, "Yeah, uh, wait for the psychiatrist," right? They're like, "We can't fucking do anything for you." And I'm like, "I know. This is ridiculous." But anyway, it was near Christmas, and I went in, and it kind of shocked me because he was like, basically, "I don't know what to do with you anymore, so we're gonna take you off all your mood stabilizers, and you're now gonna get ECT."
Wow.
So that's electric convulsive therapy for
Mhm,
people out there. And when you reach the point where they literally cause seizures in your brain to make your brain work,
mhm.
that's fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Did you do the ECT?
yeah, I did it for a number of months. I did it for about 8 months, and it's definitely not like one flew over the cuckoo's nest, bird's
Yes,
nest.
I think that cuckoo's nest.
Yeah. You're not awake for one thing. Like, it's very you go in, you have so many people looking at you. You have your own nurse, you have a psych nurse, you have a psychiatrist, and you have an anesthesiologist all there
Mhm,
because
mhm.
they don't want you to die, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And they put you to sleep, and I actually like the putting to sleep part. It was kind of a
It's like a little rest.
you like, so everything goes, like, quiet and black. And then they for about, you know, 60 seconds, minute and a half, they just cause a seizure, and then you wake up about 10 minutes later.
Oh,
So,
wow.
it was scary because my body didn't understand what was going on. Like,
Mhm.
my brain was like, this
Oh,
is
we're running out of time.
"Oh, okay. Oh,
We can come back.
that's okay."
Do you wanna
You
start a
know
new
what?
a new meeting?
Huh?
I knew this was gonna happen. I knew we were gonna talk forever.
Does it does it automatically do that? Only let you
I
talk a certain amount of time?
we have 9 minutes left.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're
Okay.
good. We're good. Sorry, continue.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Your body
yeah,
didn't
like,
know.
my body didn't know what was going on, so I had tons of anxiety around it, but it
Did it?
really helped, especially with the depression. And they can't
Mhm.
tell you why, right? They're just like, "I
Yeah.
don't know why. Enough people have done it and it works. That's why you're doing it," right? They don't really know why. They're like, "Well, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this." Like, at least with medication, they're like, "Well, this certain medication affects this certain
Mhm.
transmitter, this certain whatever." And ECT is much more vague. It's like, "I don't know, it works, let's
It
do it."
just works.
But the thing about when you have complicated or serious disabilities or mental or physical or whatever, it's the treatment can also hurt you.
Yeah.
So it my memory was already not great, but since I've had ECT, it's even worse, and
Mhm.
that's a common side effect, and it's
Okay.
not just during that time period, it's, like, all the time, my memory really
Mhm.
sucks, and these medications, they affect your liver, and, like, so while there's treatment, the treatment there's there's a payoff, but there's also a price for treatment.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And it's frustrating too, like, being a woman and having to deal with all this stuff because, it's just recent that women have been taken into consideration in any kind of medical study, right? If at all, in some cases. So, a lot of these things, like, it could be completely different for a cisgender woman to go through these treatments too, right? Like, a lot of things they don't know how it affects a woman's body. They only know how men are affected, right? And, like, it's just like, there's still things out there, like diagnoses out there that the medical profession still thinks only men get, and it's like maybe 1 in 1,000 women will get it, and that's an anomaly, and it's like, well, do you really fucking know, though? Do you really know?
Yes.
That's just crazy. Do you think if it was ever, like, brought to you again, would you do ECT again?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, if I was really unwell. So, I had been that was, like, my 2nd or 3rd psych hospitalization in a handful of years. So, I
Mhm.
was quite unwell, and a lot of that was because we had a business and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
horrible. If I got really bad again, I would. There was ever since then, I'm actually more prone to hypomania
Okay.
and less depression, and that comes with its own issues. So, I'd have to really think about it, but I wouldn't take it off the table.
Oh, wow, wow. 'Cause it's I understand, like, nowadays, it's definitely less, like, archaic and torturous and, like, it's not as scary, but people hear it and think, like, "How could you?" But it clearly is, like, a medical tool, right? It's not just we're not out there giving lobotomies to people,
That would suck. That would be very unfortunate.
right? Oh, hmm, that's really interesting. Do you have, like, what is worse for you? Because I don't I obviously, I know about bipolar, but is the depression worse or is, like, the mania worse?
So, they're different.
Yeah.
Uh, Depression doesn't generally have as much anxiety for me, and
Okay.
anxiety just sucks, and I have it
Mhm.
so often, but it generally doesn't have as much anxiety, and there's more tools.
Mhm.
There's way more tools. For me, in some ways, it's even safer than
Yeah.
being in hypomania. Uh,
Mhm.
so it generally lasts longer, and it's more debilitating for living your life. So it
Mhm.
really sucks that way. But I know more how to deal with it, and it's it's more consistent, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
if I go to hypomania, and I don't often spend time long there, I go to mixed, and mix is both, and that's hell.
Mm. Mhm.
So, hypomania, I don't get the joy out of it, like, some people, like, go for, like, weeks, and they're, like, gambling and, sex and all this stuff, and I don't reach that level. Mine
Okay.
is just my brain isn't working, thoughts are going really fast, I wanna do everything, but I can't think, but, you know, one of the things is I'll be like, "I wanna go to Vegas." That's usually, like, a thing for me, it's like, "I wanna go to Vegas." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." That sucks. But then I go into mixed, and mixed is horrible because mixed is
Yeah.
depression and low and you wanna die, but your brain is moving really fast that you can't think and you're totally jittery and there's paranoia. So
Wow.
it's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds really heavy.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even imagine having to, like, hold that inside of you. Like, even just, like, energetically, that sounds fucking awful, and I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that shit. Oh my god. Wow. Like, I have sensory issues, so if my hands are sticky, I feel like I'm going to have a fucking panic attack, and, like, that sounds like my hands are sticky inside my brain.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I could I don't know how you would even cope with that.
I've been doing it for so long that you just at the end of the day, you either die or fucking figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the long and short of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And isn't that a fucking kick in the ass? You
It's
know?
it is, and
God.
it's so frustrating because a lot of it's random. It's like
Yeah.
bipolar's genetic, like, ton of it's genetic, so it's like as soon as the egg and the sperm, like, got together, it's like you're fucked. You're fucked. Anyway, yeah, we know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, the randomness of it makes it worse.
Yeah. Do you have, like, preemptive kind of plans? Like, do you can you sort of feel the pull in the direction at this point?
Yeah. Usually the plan is, "Kevin, this is what's going on." We have a literal list of things to do when Brandi feels this. When Brandi feels this, when Brandi feels this.
Mhm.
These are the things that work. So sometimes we pull those out, but I cycle super fast. So I could cycle within a day. So there's no
Wow.
risk in me, like, knowing that there's gonna be 2 weeks of low. It's like, all of a sudden I'm exhausted and I need to sleep and I wanna die. So there's not a because I cycle so fast, there's not a ton of leeway time,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
we only have a minute left.
Oh, shit. What? Brandy, we might have to do a second episode.
Do a second episode.
Okay, this was fantastic. Do you have anything you want to, leave for the people today?
It's really hard, but if you can even love yourself through it 5%, that makes a difference.
There you go again. Now I gotta now I gotta go take a nap. You're
Oh,
just
it's fun.
amazing.
Oh,
You're
thank
great. Do you have, like, any kind of social media, your blog? Do
God,
you still do any of that stuff?
not
We don't need to.
really. I pulled away from that. I'm trying to do
Okay.
more in
Uh-huh.
the world and less
Perfect.
online.
I love that. I love that. I'm reverting. More online, less in
Fair.
the world. Had enough
That's
of that shit.
that's fair.
Yeah. Okay, well, it was So, friends, that was Brandi. Like I said in the intro, I really hope that she decides to take me up on my offer to have her back with us. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for listening. I hope I wasn't too annoying. And if I was, that's too bad. I will get better. I'll learn how to interview properly. Okay. Have a great day. If you want to join me for a little chat on your grief, feel free to reach out at mourningpeoplepodcast@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram, send me a DM. If you follow me on Facebook, send me a DM and we can talk about it. You're not alone. You're a mourning person. Bye, friends.